Good morning, everybody. It's Mike. It is December 7th. Happy Thursday. This is your morning setups. So, futures were up a bit. Looks like we're seeing a little weakness here as we're coming into the 8 o'clock hour. I'm not sure I read much into it at this particular moment. So it's been a little bit of a rough week. I'm green in the week. I hope you guys are too. I know some of you are struggling. It has not been an easy week to navigate. I mean, I'm going to be really just honest with you there. It's been a tough week to navigate these markets. So that brings us to the last 2 days of the week. Debt ceiling news started to hit yesterday. So we have stuff out there. There's a little bit of political upheaval over us moving our embassy to Jerusalem and recognized as Israel's capital, but I don't think that'll play in. And then there's some news coming out of England that May's party's falling apart and they're going to take her out because she can't get a Brexit deal done. So there are things going on out there at this point that, we need to be aware of. So with that, let's look at things, a little weakness here in the futures market, nothing bad. QQQs stopped right at resistance, right? So this is a big spot. And when we look at a lot of the names, it is, this bounce here. Yesterday was the first day we closed up. SPY closed down, right? First day we closed up pretty much on the Qs. Can we get above this spot and start to rally? That's the question here at this point. Every day this week, we've gone the opposite direction of how we've opened for the most part. We've closed on the other way. So we'll see how this holds up. IWM, which had been an area I was looking to buy back potentially yesterday, just gave no reason to buy it yesterday. And it's come in more than I would have liked here. Let me see if I can grab this line here, which is extended. This area here was the breakout. Should have kind of held it. And it didn't. You can see it kind of left it. Now you got the 50 though. So maybe off the 50-day there, we can give something a shot. Meanwhile, the S&P and the SPY is right on that continues to hold the 8-day and it's rock solid. Oil not doing much overnight, mostly flat here after a big down day. We'll see how the oil reacts and the energy names react. They've all looked out of play today. I'm going to watch the banks today. So, yesterday we got some weakness late in the day. Citigroup said, first off, that their trading revenues were way down from last year this time. They're expecting a hit there. And this is not the first name we've heard it from. And then they hit the big one, is that the tax bill, which everybody thought would be great for the banks, are expected to take a $20 billion immediate hit. Now, it's not 20 million, it's a $20 billion hit. I had to go back and look at that a couple times. If they're going to get hit like that, the other banks like GS and JP Morgan are all going to get hit. The only one that may not is Wells Fargo. So when you look here, we kind of filled the gap here, still above the 8-day. The financials still look fine. C got smacked around on that news yesterday, right? Came to the 8-day. These are areas I would start looking to buy them for next week. Goldman Sachs got smacked hard all the way to the 8-day. This is not a pattern I like, okay? I really don't like when we come up this much and pull all the way back through here this far. Yeah, we held the 8-day. Yeah, we had to run a lot. But you got to be a little bit careful. Remember, we were trying to stay above this 253 area for a breakout. We're all the way back below it at 245 already. Bank of America has been the name of choice there. And of course, they've been after Wells Fargo, Chase. I can't touch this here. This is the one that kept coming after yesterday again. And it's not on my radar here, guys. It's run too much at this point. For me, short term, a little bit of a pulling in or resting here maybe gives me a new one. So we'll keep our eyes on that. Biotech, to me, is just out of play. There are scalp trades here in either direction, but remains out of play right now with everything going on. They're worried now that the Obamacare may or may not get repealed, and we'll see. So let's focus on today. So I do like the banks, and we'll keep an eye on some of those banks. This is an area, if you want to play it for the Fed for next week, this is an area you can start looking at it. NVDA today, I want to keep an eye on. Why? Because it's been sitting here quietly. It's up pre-market. And, it's been trying to get going. It hasn't bounced to the 8-day yet. Maybe we can get a nice bounce in the 8-day. It's gapping up now. So gapping up is not going to be that far. But can we get a bounce to 196? It'd be nice. So I want to keep an eye on NVIDIA. AMD had news and is up a little this morning. I don't know if it's enough to get it going or not. But it had news, so it's a name I will keep an eye on today. Micron is coming into earnings next week as well. So the semis, maybe they come back into those here as they've run other things. Facebook yesterday in the last couple of days has acted better than the rest. Only reason I didn't chase Facebook yesterday was those first 30 minutes did not really give a good end. 10 minutes, sorry, did not give a good entrance, right? Kind of ramped hard and fast and didn't really get a good entrance. You can see it here, the first 15-minute candle. If you didn't get in then, it didn't do much after that. That said, it's reclaimed the 50-day. and it's right on the 8-day and went to the 21. So this is acting better. It's showing relative strength here at this point. What else do I want to talk about today when we look around these names? Tesla yesterday woke up, did not catch it. Sorry, guys. Noted it, but didn't catch it. And went all the way up, squeezed to the 21 day. And if it wants to go here, where's its next resistance? Can run right up to the top of this channel at 316, right? That's about $3 above here, $5 above here right now. It's down a little bit. So if it gives a dip, I might try that for a trade today to that 316 level, top of the Bollinger Bands. Look how tight it is. This one's gearing up for a big move. So we bounced from the bottom. Do we go to the top now? Keep an eye on that. If it really wants to go, probably come up to that 21 day around 320. I'm sorry, the 50 day around 326. 200 days there as well. So you have a lot of resistance coming in up here. Just be aware. So we'll keep an eye on Tesla. Roku woke up yesterday, guys. I called that to you guys. I did not. I hesitated on it. I saw it start to go, and I hesitated around 40, 41 on buying it. And maybe some of you guys caught it. I did not. I called it out when I saw it starting to take off. That said, a beautiful day. Engulfed the last couple, yesterday before and went to the top. If it wants to be strong, it gets through 45, 50, 60 area, it can try to come up and retest highs, see how it reacts today. It's kind of kind of flat here at this point. That was a big move. See how much it needs to absorb it at this point. Square yesterday, tried it, made a little bit of money off of it and got out at the right time. I got out actually to this candle up here, which turned out to be good. I don't know. It didn't show a lot of power. It went right to the 821 day and slammed it back down here. It's holding the 50. It's getting tight. It's a name I'd keep in my radar because if it wakes up, it can go, right? We've seen this name run and go pretty big before. So I'd keep this one on my radar, holding the 50 days. As long as it keeps holding that, it has a chance here. It's kind of squeezing between the 50 day and the 8 and 21 day. Another setup that's getting really nice and tight. We saw the steel names all take off yesterday. X had a big day, and AKS had a big day. AKS got upgraded this morning to 7 from 6, I think, at JP Morgan. So that one's in play today. But the names to keep an eye on here is CBI. They were buying it and buying it and buying it, and it couldn't go. And they're still buying it. And they're playing for a sale of technical assets that maybe could bump it up higher and maybe break out this long, and if you look at it, it's a very long consolidation, right? You can see it through here. It has not been able to break this range. It has an inverted head and shoulders on it. So maybe it can push up to 20, right? Nice little trade if you can get it. Just be aware this thing doesn't tend to move big. It does. It can. I'm not saying that it can't. You'll see there's occasional days when this thing will blow up and get a huge move or down, right? Post earnings. But it doesn't tend to move that big. So, keep your expectations in line there on it. And FCX was another name that tried to get going yesterday and couldn't quite get going. This one, another name in that industrial space. They're trying to wake up. Again, that's finally retook this downtrend with authority yesterday. Maybe we can get a day 2 here. So these are kind of some of my thoughts today, guys. So I'm going to try to focus on these names. We'll see where the flow brings us. We'll see how the day sets up here. So I'm going to be looking at the fins, keeping an eye on Tesla, Square, Roku, FCX, CBI in there. And we'll see how, technology basically handles here. A lot of it's come into resistance. Do we get the push and above and start to run again now, or do we get beaten back down? Oh, another one, just keep an eye on UPS again. UPS here broke through the 8-day and is pretty much at the 21 day and the 50 day here. If it's going to be any good, this will be a place we can bounce it off this 117.30 area, which we're almost to. So keep an eye on that one as well. All right, guys, I will see you for the open.